Hello everyone, welcome to Civil Sara. And this is Murtaza Khadri, and today we are going to discuss about PM Gati Shakti mission. What is this PM Gati Shakti mission and what is India's national master plan for infrastructure? So if you are new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you will not miss the notification of our further videos. So without further ado, let's begin. So let's understand the context behind the PM Gati Shakti mission. Why is it in news? Recently what happened is the Indian government has announced the ambitious Gati Shakti scheme, also known as the National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity, with the aim for coordinating the design and implementation of the infrastructure products in order to reduce the logistics costs. So by coordinating the design and implementation of the infrastructure products and also helps in reducing the logistics cost. This is the context. So let's understand the key points and the goals behind this PM Gati Shakti scheme. The first goal is to assure the integrated planning and implementation of the infrastructure product, which would help in creating jobs, cutting costs and also accelerating growth. So the other major goal of this is it has incorporated the National Infrastructure Plan, which is worth of 110 lakh crore rupees. So it has incorporated the National Infrastructure Plan in it. And it has also focused in boosting the cargo handling capacity and also decreasing the turnaround time in ports, which would help in increasing the trade. So let's understand the other major key points of it. It intends to build 11 industrial corridors and 2 defense corridors, one in Tamil Nadu and the other in Uttar Pradesh. The other major goal is to bring 4G connectivity to all the villages. It provides the 4G connectivity to all the villages, and along with that, the gas pipeline network would also be expanded to 17,000 kilometers. Along with that, it has also aimed to bring the 2 lakh kilometers of road connectivity under its plan. And the PM Gati Shakti mission is an ambitious scheme which included the integrated approach, which puts together the 16 infrastructure related ministries under a single umbrella. So I hope you understood the key points about the PM Gati Shakti scheme and how it would help in bringing the infrastructural outgrowth. So let's move forward and understand the expected outcomes from this PM Gati Shakti scheme. The first outcome is it brings out the economy out of the pandemic impacts. As you all know, the pandemic has hit the country to its back, and now the country is coming out of it. So by providing a effective investment like PM Gati Shakti scheme, the India would come out of this pandemic impacts. So the next major outcome of the PM Gati Shakti scheme is to solve the issues in the logistics. As according to the study, in India, the logistics costs 13 to 14% of the GDP, which is almost 7 to 8% of the GDP in the developed countries. So by using this PM Gati Shakti scheme, we would help in reducing the logistics cost. So and the other major outcome is it helps in increasing the economic zone and industrial parks by creating more and more industrial and economic zones. And it also boosts the last mile connectivity by providing the roads, rail and other infrastructure capabilities. And it helps to reducing the implementation overlaps. As the most of the ministries and the departments have been integrated in this PM Gati Shakti scheme, and it helps to reduce the implementation overlaps. And it also helps in saving the taxpayers' money by providing more transparency and accountability into this mission. And it helps in reducing the human intervention within the ministry under a systematic implementation of the PM Gati Shakti scheme. So I hope you understood the expected outcomes of this PM Gati Shakti scheme and what are the key points regarding that. So let's understand the challenges and concerns regarding the PM Gati Shakti scheme. The first challenge is the state investment. As we all know that the state governments have been hit really bad by this pandemic, and they have been left with very minimal investments. And by providing this PM Gati Shakti scheme, the state governments have been left with very minimal investment, and it might be very challenging for them to invest more in this mission. And the other thing is the low credit offtake, as according to RBI, it has as the RBI has declined the credit offtake by 5 to 10% recently due to the various reasons like bankruptcy and also the pandemic situation. Along with that, the plan does not address the few key infrastructural challenges such as land acquisition and also the implementation programs. Along with that, the various other challenges also include inadequate demand, as the private players have been taken aback by the trade wars and the global mishaps in the trade. Along with that, there are various other structural issues which are challenging for this PM Gati Shakti scheme. So I hope you understood the various challenges and also the expected outcomes in this mission. So let's move forward and understand the way ahead or the steps to be taken to make the PM Gati Shakti scheme a successful. So PM Gati Shakti scheme is a positive step forward, and it would help in addressing the macroeconomic stability concerns and also the structural flaws under this infrastructure. So the other major thing is, as a result of this, it is critical that this endeavor is supported, as it is critical that this endeavor is supported by a strong and a predictable regulatory and institutional framework. So there is a need for a strong and a regulatory institutional framework. So I hope you understood all the major points which I have been explaining throughout about the PM Gati Shakti scheme. If you have any doubts and queries, please do comment in the comment section below. I would be really happy to clarify your doubts. So please do like and share the video, and please do subscribe the channel. So your response has been amazing, guys. Thank you very much.